In today's competitive business world, organizations constantly seek an edge. They want to be more innovative, more agile, and more successful. But true progress requires more than just strategy and technology. It requires a culture where people feel safe to be themselves, to take risks, and to admit when they don't have all the answers. This is the power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but in reality it is the key to unlocking human potential. When we feel safe to be vulnerable, we are more likely to share our ideas, to ask for help, and to learn from our mistakes. This creates a virtuous cycle of trust, innovation, and growth. However, building a culture of vulnerability is not easy. It requires a conscious effort from leaders at all levels to create an environment where people feel safe to take risks. This essay will explore the research behind vulnerability and provide practical steps that leaders can take to foster a more open and innovative workplace. The benefits of vulnerability are not just anecdotal, they are backed by solid research. Dr. Amy Edmondson, a professor at Harvard Business School, has spent decades studying the impact of psychological safety on team performance. Her research has shown that when team members feel safe to speak up, share their ideas and make mistakes, they are more likely to identify and solve problems more effectively, learn from each other and improve their skills, be more creative and innovative, be more engaged and satisfied with their work. Other studies have shown that vulnerability can lead to stronger relationships and a greater sense of belonging, increased empathy and compassion, improved mental health and well-being. The evidence is clear. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a strength. When we create a culture where vulnerability is valued, we unlock a powerful force for positive change. Building a culture of vulnerability starts at the top. Leaders must be willing to model vulnerability themselves if they want their employees to do the same. This means admitting when they don't know something, asking for help when they need it, sharing their own mistakes and what they learned from them. When leaders are open and vulnerable, it gives others permission to do the same. It creates a ripple effect that can transform the entire organization. One powerful example of this is the story of Paul O'Neill, the former CEO of Alcoa. When O'Neill took over the company, he made worker safety his top priority, even though it was not seen as a traditional business goal. He was open about his own fears and concerns, and he encouraged everyone in the company to do the same. As a result, Alcoa's safety record improved dramatically, and the company became more profitable as well. Section 4, setting the stage. Clear expectations and support. Modeling vulnerability is essential, but it's not enough. Leaders also need to create an environment where vulnerability is supported and encouraged. This means setting clear expectations about what vulnerability looks like in the workplace, providing training on how to give and receive feedback effectively, and creating opportunities for people to share their ideas and perspectives without fear of judgment. One company that has done an excellent job of this is Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar has a culture of plussing where employees are encouraged to build on each other's ideas rather than criticize them. This creates a safe space for people to be creative and to take risks, knowing that their ideas will be valued. Section 5. Cultivating growth, continuous learning and improvement. Finally, leaders need to recognize that building a culture of vulnerability is an ongoing process. It requires continuous learning and improvement. This means regularly soliciting feedback from employees about how to create a more psychologically safe workplace, tracking progress and making adjustments as needed, and celebrating successes and learning from failures. Creating a culture of vulnerability is not easy, but it is one of the most important things that leaders can do to unlock the full potential of their organizations. By following the steps outlined in this essay, leaders can create a workplace where people feel safe to be themselves, to take risks, and to achieve great things together.